great. I think I took some great insight at him. I asked him when I was 17 years old, how do you get in a magazine? How do you become a fitness model? And he told me. And I think it's just a great story that you guys, that people can help benefit from it. So many people, you want some, but you don't really know how to do it. And I think him giving me a plan on how to do it really helped me out, because I've had friends like, yeah, I'm going to be in a fitness magazine, you know, growing up. And I'm like, yeah, how? And they're like, someone will see you. And I just kind of thought like, yeah, eventually you just look so good where someone just sees you. And it's like, that's really just not how it works. So, I mean, maybe it works for some people like that. But anyway, Greg Plitt story, true story. He told me how to become a fitness model, and I used it. I got in a magazine. I'm not pursuing it anymore. But if you're pursuing it, I'm here to help you and teach you or tell you a story about how he told me how to do it and how it works. So I was at the Arnold. I met Greg Plitt. I was like, this is my first time ever going to the Arnold. I was 16 or 17. I want to say, yeah, I was 17 for sure. I was 17, senior in high school, met Greg Plitt. Didn't really know who he was. My friend did. He was talking to him, and I was kind of like, you know, I don't know, I always felt it was weird to like meet people and idolize them. I don't know, and I didn't know him. But my friend was like, hey man, I've seen you in every magazine, you know, blah blah blah. So I just talked to him for a minute, and then I was just like, well, this is a perfect opportunity. Supposedly he's like the biggest fitness model ever. I learned that. I mean, that's the first time I ever really heard of him. And I was like, dang. And he was just so cool. And I just asked him, I was like, how do you become a fitness model? How do you get in the industry? Like, how do you do it? And he told me exactly what to do. He spent like 15 minutes with it. It was crazy. It was like the end of the expo, and he was like, to get in the fitness industry, obviously you got to look good, blah blah blah. Physically, you can be ugly in the face, whatever. You look good. But what he said was, what you need to do is get a bunch of magazines you read, like fitness magazines. Get them. Look at the table of contents, or the index, and look for the photographers and the art directors. Write them all down for each magazine. Look through the next magazine, write them all down for each magazine. Look, and then after you do about 10 magazines, say fitness magazines, obviously, look for the common denominators. So what was the common photographers in there? You know, when I did it, I'll just tell you, it was Bernal Photo and Noel DeGanta. Those guys pop up in all of them. So what did I do? Emailed all them. And then Rodale is another one that was in a bunch of them. Emailed them. Art directors, emailed them. And you get their email. Nowadays, you don't even get their email, you get their name. They all have websites. Art directors are a little bit harder to get in touch with, but I'll teach you how. I'll tell you how. And first of all, so you really just get their name. And with social media nowadays, I mean, you can find anybody. You know, everyone has an Instagram, everyone has a Facebook, everyone has an email, a website. So, especially in that industry. So, all you gotta do is get a name, and you'll be able to seek out an email. Or a website that has questions you can email in. You contact the photographers. And I asked him, I was like, so you just he's like, shoot with those photographers. You know, and it's gonna cost you. So, I was gonna shoot with one of the photographers, and it was gonna cost me $400 or $500. You gotta travel. You know. I decided not to for whatever reason, but you gotta ask them, do you submit to magazines? They usually will say yes, yes. However, this is where it comes in handy, and this is how I got into a magazine. I was shooting with normal people doing some little modeling crap, some little stuff, and I took those pictures, and I always wanted to be a fitness star. I never really wanted to be a model ever, and I want to be a, you know, fitness, that's what I love. You get a model, I mean, you're a vegan, and anyway. So I wanted to be in a fitness magazine. I want to be a fitness model. Like, that was cool, man. And so I took their emails down. I emailed them all. Got their rates for shooting. Is it possible we could get? Don't even ask for prices. Just like, is it possible we could get to shoot together sometime? Maybe they think you look so good that they'll be like, yeah, absolutely, man. Let's shoot. I think you look great. And maybe you get a free shoot. You know what I'm saying? But you got to reach out to them. So just reach out to them. That's pretty much the story. Reach out to them. Send them pictures. And look good. Be ready. And you have to make, you know, a commitment to it. It's going to cost you money or a trip or whatever. And then say you shoot with them, okay? I've shot with photographers that I've shot with some photographers that I didn't pay for. And you get the pictures. And I've used those pictures to submit to the magazines, to submit to the art directors. That's where the art directors come in handy. So even if you don't get with the big photo guy, you know, there's a video of Greg Plitt taking pictures of himself on a stand, and it's the cover of a magazine. You know, because obviously he's got connections, but I'm just saying, it's who you know, and it's the art directors. Those people are directing it, okay? So get the photo directors, the art directors, just email it all. Here you go, give them a little short bio. I'd love to talk more, a couple little pictures. They don't always have to be professional. You know, I would love to get in your magazine, blah, blah, blah. But just email, put yourself out there. You have to have an agenda on how to do it. You're not gonna just look good, take pictures shirtless on your Instagram and get found. It may happen for some people, but I'm just telling you, you have to be aggressive. You know, Instagram's not cutting it anymore. There's too many me's out there to really separate myself. So you need to separate yourself by doing the work diligently, seeking diligently, whether it's paying for a shoot, whatever, but you have to put in some effort. You know, it's not gonna, usually opportunities are not gonna just punch you in the face. Usually you're knocking on that door. So email your pictures out to the art directors, email your pictures out to the photo shoots, photographers. And again, you can just write questions or whatever down here. I'm no fitness star, but I'm telling you what, you know, the greatest fitness star ever told me, and I did apply that. I took the pictures, I sent it to a bunch of magazines. I hear no's all the time, okay? I was going in Barnes and Nobles and bookstores getting magazines since I was 18 years old. I got in a magazine when I was 24. I was doing it for 6 years trying to get in a magazine, guys. So I'm just telling you, if it's consistent, you'll do it. You know, if 20 no's makes you go away, then you really didn't want it that bad. You know what I mean? Because all it takes is one yes, so keep trying. So really, I hope this helps somebody put in a schedule that they can follow to hopefully at least have the opportunity to be seen. If you're not getting anything back or someone says sorry, no, I got those 100 times. Sometimes take it. Okay, this isn't for me. That's what I did. I took it. And it just never worked out for me, you know what I mean? But I got a magazine. I got a 2-page spread in Muscle and Fitness, or Muscle and Fitness, and that was a bucket list for me. And I'm not gonna lie, after I did it, very unfulfilling, because all goals are really. You just gotta find happiness with yourself, truthfully. But that's another thing. But do it, you know, check it off your list. I'm proud. I'm very glad I did do that. You know, I said I would do it and I accomplished it, and it took me 5-6 years, whatever you want to say. But you just got to be aggressive with it. Submit your pictures, be aggressive, be nice. Short little bio, couple pictures, where you live, and then how can we make this work? I would love to be in your magazine. I'd love to shoot with you. Do you think there's a chance we could get into a magazine together is a great thing to say if you're talking to a photographer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you. I hope you're thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful he took the time to tell me, and he's not here. So I'm hoping that you appreciate me just telling you what he told me. So do it. I hope this makes 100 more little Greg Plitts out there. But thank you.